going to start an unusual project, which I've already started. I'm working on a 1966 Dodge Travco Motorhome. And as I start to get into this thing, I realized that someone else might be able to benefit from my pain and suffering working on this vehicle. So I'm going to try and document my progress on this thing over the next few months and see if it benefits anyone else. So check this beauty out. Look at this thing. Oh, weather. I'm gonna get rained on. So this thing is a little bit about it. It's built on an extended P300 chassis, known as the P375. Good luck getting that to show up on an auto parts house computer. I've had a lot of fun finding parts for this thing. I've already done the brakes, and that was some fun researching that. No real manuals on this thing, but some side notes here since I've already done the brakes. When you go to take the front hubs off, this center 8-point nut here, dust cover for the front hub, is 2 1/4 inch 8-point socket. I could not find one to save my life, so I ended up having to make one out of a 2 3/8 socket, hillbilly style. I took some epoxy stick, smashed it along one side, put a little oil on the nut and shoved it on there, pulled it off, kind of like a mold, and let it dry for a few minutes. Actually, I let it dry overnight. Worked perfectly. So, there's that. Another oddities about this thing, it's got a standard, the wheel cylinder on the back floating axles is a single dual piston wheel cylinder actuator for the brake pads on the back. But on the front, on this beast, is a single piston wheel cylinder. And the parts on those, I was having a hard time. Rock Auto online had the wheel cylinders for the P300, which are the same, which fit if you just buy the wheel cylinder. But the parts on this also match the D300 Dodge 1966. So that's good to know. So I just bought some rebuild kits, and these were rebuildable, so I ordered those for like $6 a piece, plus $50 billion shipping. But it was still cheaper than replacing the wheel cylinders, and I rebuilt all those. And now I'm starting to get into the front compartment to access the engine. I'm changing out the alternator. I'm installing fuel injection. I am also going to be installing a high output alternator and a high flow water pump, and replacing little bits and pieces as I go. To remove this front cover is pretty easy. It was just screws around the edge. It's kind of delicate. There's one hidden down underneath. Don't want to miss that one. And it pulls right off there. You have to remove the trim, which just unscrews off of there, the aluminum bits and pieces. And then I was expecting to see more room under here, but it's sealed in. So the only access to the front of the engine is through the radiator. So you have to pull the radiator. We've got 4 bolts that hold this in place. The 2 lower ones are through bolted. The upper ones are into a threaded socket on the back side. And then you just got to go inside under the doghouse and undo the upper water hose, and then you got to get down underneath to reach the lower water hose and the transmission cooling lines, which I have yet to do and experience, and I think I'm going to suffer doing it. So I'm going to try and videotape that. And these little blocks, little spacers that go behind here, the through bolt. Looks like I got a little green here. There could be a possible pinhole leak here somewhere, or maybe it's just green. It's pretty old. But I do know I'm probably going to have to repair this, probably rebraze this. The housing around the radiator is coming apart a bit. So, and it's a unique radiator. It's like, hey, can I just buy a new one? No, look at this. It's got a dong. Hey. So it's kind of special. No overflow tank. I'm going to be installing an aftermarket aluminum overflow tank, and I'm actually probably going to mount it externally, probably somewhere up front here on the bumper. This thing had no protective screen in front of the radiator. It's just the hole with the couple of trim bars across there. I think I'm going to rectify that. I'm going to build a protective screen because anything and everything can fly up in there. I actually pulled a nail that just missed one of the cores here out of the radiator there. No leak around it. It just went in between, but that flew up from somewhere. So, yippee. So I'm going to build a protective screen to go across here. And various other things and check it over. Not a bad project. I picked it up for about $1,000. But now the true work and money and pain and suffering begins. So, but it should be fun. So I'm going to try and document it, the weird oddities and different things, and hopefully it'll help somebody else as I experience them. So have a good day.